Oh my god, like, why can't the halftime show be a family-friendly, wholesome experience? Like when I was a kid, we all saw Janet Jackson's titty. Oh my god. First of all, that was completely and utterly staged. And second of all, nobody wants to see Michael Jackson's twin's titty. Like, listen, she got the plastic surgery that literally made her look like him, and then we saw her titty, and it's like that's just weird, and nobody needed that. Why did you do that, Timberlake? That was Timberlake, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Timberlake, why did you do that, man? Why did you bring that on us? Okay, now what's really messed up with this Not Like Us performance in the Super Bowl is this little tiny smile he gives. He looks right at the camera and says, "Hey Drake, I heard you like I'm young." He gives this straight Joker smirk, just like the cheekiest little right into the fucking camera as he's like walking, and then Serena Williams is off to the side, crip walking.
See, I heard about these things, yeah.
So essentially, the song, and by the way, ladies and gentlemen, if you are an African American, I and my companion are both the whitest motherfuckers you will ever meet, and that's okay. We recognize the struggle. We're woke. We're on your side. I'm just hitting that iron while it's hot. You know what I'm saying? I'm just hitting that algorithm, baby. And if we're wrong about anything, please just let us know. But be respectful, because we're rude. Don't get me wrong, but we're rude to the right people. You feel me? You feel me? You feel me?
Oh man.
So the crux of this song, the idea basically is that Drake is from Canada. And African Americans who grew up with hip hop, American hip hop very much comes from the segregation.
Yeah.
It comes from the white man keeping them down. And in Canada, black people have had it not even a lot better. Don't get me wrong, Canada is still full of fucking racists, and half the Geneva Convention is because of Canada. But needless to say, he did not deal with the same kind of gentrification bullshit. And it clearly shows as a person.
Yeah.
And if there's ever been the whitest black man I've ever seen in my fucking life, and then it turns out he's a fucking pedo, he's a creep, he's a weirdo, it's like finding out about James Franco.
Wow, that's.
Oh yeah, no. Even Seth Rogen had to be like, oh, I'm fucking out of here, dude. Oh,
fuck you. Oh.
Listen, I have zero respect for Seth Rogen as a creator or as a comedian, but I respect him for being like, yeah, fuck you, bro, I'm out. And Franco is unfortunately trying to make a comeback in acting. He does small indie projects, and what's a shame is he is a really fucking good actor.
But he's no, fuck that bullshit. Don't
work with pedophiles, man. I think it's pretty much that fucking easy. But yeah, no, so, a lot, and the other part of that song, Not Like Us, is the history. He literally, the last third of that song is him breaking down the history of how white people have treated black people in this country. And a lot of white people are upset. And it's listen, the idea isn't to be ashamed of history. It's to learn from history. I have German ancestry. Clearly there's some shame to have there. Not with my Scottish ancestry. There's nothing but fucking pride, baby. Same with my Irish. And if you're wondering how I have Irish and Scottish, seeing that they don't like each other, mom's side has Scottish, dad's side has Irish. They're both Americans, and they don't care about that crap. There you go.
That's a weird.
And both sides have German, but my mom has a little Native American Mexican with her mother, so that's fun. She's Native American Mexican, so Native American Mexican, she was taken away from her family when she was born and raised by Catholics.
See, that's a terrible thing.
Moto Indian tribe, if you're wondering.
I've got that fucking German on one side and this Irish on the other side. That's why I've got that deep fucking accent of the German, and I've got all the features of the Irish.
See, what I really hate, though, is the idea that, people think that, somebody's pointing out history to me, that means I should feel bad. It's no, that means you should look at it and go, wow, that's really fucked up.
You should see how it came to that point.
And let's all admit this. Nobody's doing well enough in this country to pay any kind of reparations. There are people who are black who have my father's and mother's last names, and those clearly did not come naturally. Somebody was, either a white person stooped one of their ancestors at a certain point, but most likely a slave owner stooped one of their ancestors at one point, and that's why do you think there's so many Jeffersons, huh? Thomas Jefferson, man, He like, oh, I'll tell you what, I've got that jungle fever, Lord Almighty. That's offensive.
That is very offensive.
It's offensive, but it's true. And that's what history is. Offensive, but true. And we need to learn from it and understand it and comprehend it.
Yeah.
And not work with pedophiles or Nazis. Like, did you hear about Ye? Kanye? Dude past few days, dude went off the fucking deep end. He's tweeting, yeah, I'm a Nazi.
Are you fucking...
I fuck with Hitler. Like, shit like that. And, like, here's the thing.
Is he on track?
No, he's mentally ill, my dear friend. He's mentally ill and way off his meds.
Well, that would explain a lot of things.
Like, because there are people being like, oh, you know, this isn't Kanye, this is Ye, that's two different people. It's like, that's like saying Anakin and Vader are two different people. It's like, yeah, say that to the fucking Tusken Raiders he slaughtered when he was still Anakin. That was a pretty Vader-ass fucking thing to do. I'm just saying, like, that they are the same person. That's like Harlan and the Santa Cruz Joker. Newsflash, fuckers, it's the same fucking person. Like, guess what? Hulk is just Bruce Banner's inner demons. Like, that's the idea. That's the id. The id over the ego. You really look up into that shit. It's fascinating. But yeah, there's no reason to be supporting Drake or Kanye. There's no winning here. You know, you could just look at someone and be like, damn, this person I respected turned out to be a monster. Like, newsflash, we all respected Bill Cosby at one point. We all respected him as a person at one point. We don't anymore.
Yeah.
And that's okay. You know? Like, I mean, you and I used to like David Bowie's music until we found out he used to fuck 16-year-olds.
I walked in his fucking second line in the fucking New Orleans fucking French Quarter with 10,000 other people. And then 3 weeks later, all of the fucking allegations of fucking sex with minors started popping up. And it's like, are you fucking kidding me?
So there's this guy, Jimmy Savile, right? Jim will fix it. He was a British guy, and his whole thing was like doing this charity with kids and granting wishes. Well, it turns out he was granting his own wish of getting really close to children. And nobody found out about this shit until after he died. So he got like... I mean, don't get me wrong, his name is now Dirt, but he didn't live to see it. But, like, nobody's like, oh, yeah, Jimmy Savile, oh, you got, he's a good guy. No, like, you know, you don't have to support bad people, you know? Like, say if somebody, like, runs a podcast where their whole thing is to, like, bully and harass people and, like, call other people rapists and pedophiles, and it turns out that they have a history of being creeps with kids and women, then they lie about having cancer, you know, try to show how tough they are by showing up at somebody's doorstep and then not knock, and then just like continue to do like bullshit ass pussy things. It's like at a certain point, either you are, you know, willfully ignorant in supporting this person, or you just like watching this person be a complete crash out fucking psycho who does like stupid shit for the amusement of fucking losers on the internet. You know, either way, you don't really come out the better person supporting this person. Just, you know, as a loose example, nothing specific. So, when I see people online being like, oh, yo, Kendrick didn't need to do that, it's like, we all knew he was gonna do this. Like, the moment it's like Kendrick Lamar is gonna be playing the halftime show, it's like, oh, is he gonna be doing Not Like Us? It's like, yeah, of course.
Of course he is.
Of course he is. He not only was it, like, the most played song, it won, like, a few Grammys, I'm pretty sure. At least one. I think it won a few of them. And now it's, like, the halftime. Drake's gotta be fucking just, like Kurt Cobain, shotgun in the mouth, just ready to fucking go, dude. That guy is gonna fucking off himself. I shit you not. Like, how do you even come back from that? How do you... And, like, also, Drake always... I don't know, he always looks shady to me. You know what I mean? Like, there's just something about... And no, it ain't the color of his fucking skin. It's something about his eyes. His smile doesn't reach... You know when the smile doesn't reach their eyes like Trump?
Oh.
Like...
There are just some smiles that you just don't trust. Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's one of those crazy fucking things that...
it's bad because I have one of those smiles that you just don't trust.
I mean, I've always been told I have a very nice smile, especially my teeth. But you, yeah, no, you're horrifying looking. Like, just imagine a snaggly tooth Viking who's ginger and turning 40.
Don't make me beat you.
Hey, turning 40 soon. That's fucked, dude. Oh, man. At least you're not Drake. I mean, that's the thing, right? Dudes with millions of dollars just disappear. Just disappear, bro. Just fuck off onto an island or something. Just disappear. Like, you got that kind of money, you should just fuck off. Like, I never understood Elon Musk. It's like, bro, you have all the money in the world and you want to what? Fuck with the governments? Like, dude, you are gonna end up in prison. Like, you're gonna end up either in prison or dead. Like, by the government. I mean, they're gonna
the government will black bag your ass.
Yeah, dude, like, at a certain point, you're gonna go too fucking far, and the actual powers that be are gonna fucking take you down. Like, that dude is just, I mean, he's not an American citizen, he's not an elected official, and people support him doing this shit. It's like, do you even get how dangerous that is at all? Like, what if he was a Democrat? What if he was, like, Obama's little buddy? Would you be okay with that? Of course you wouldn't. It's because it's Trump. And Trump is fucking nuts. Okay? If Kanye is supporting you, you're nuts. Alright? Listen, you should never be on the same side as Kanye West, or Ben Shapiro, or Candace Owens. Oh! Bro, let's talk about Candace Owens. Do you know who Candace Owens is? Of course you don't. You live in blissful fucking ignorance. This is why I love this guy, right? Because I can bounce the shit off of him and, like, have a soundboard that is like the audience, you know? So in case the audience doesn't know, and he doesn't know, then I can explain. Okay, so there's this black lady named Candace Owens that all the white Republicans like to tote out and be like, look, we got a black woman who agrees with us. And she's clearly doing it for the money. She flip-flops on shit all the time. But she's part of this thing you might have heard of called trans investigation. Which is exactly what it sounds like. People investigating people to make sure they're not trans. It's like, listen, if somebody is secretly trans, I mean, who gives a shit? Like, especially if they're just like an actor. I mean, does it fucking, like, I want to know if I'm jerking off to the right gender. Like, what are you doing, man? But so Candace Owens, it turns out, when she was young, she had the unfortunateness of kind of looking like a boy. She had like a fro. She kind of looked like little Michael Jackson. Like yeah.
Lovely. So
all the transvestigation people are now attacking her. And it's like, see, that's the thing. It's like, and I fully believe Candace Owens as a woman was born a woman. You know, it's like, you can't control what you look like, you know. If my hair was too long when I was a kid, I looked like a fat little girl. I really did. And if my mom had too short of hair when she was a kid, she looked like a fat little boy. One of the teachers thought she was a boy and thought she was lying about being a girl. Like, it was a substitute teacher and all the other kids said, no, she's a girl, her name's Janet. Like, fucking 1970s was brutal, man.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck, dude. But yeah, no, so she's just been completely getting destroyed by them, and it's like, that's kind of the thing. It's like, when you side with monsters, eventually, it's like a snake eating itself.
Yeah, eventually.
It's just, y'all just fucking destroy each other. Like, all the people who've gained together to, like, hate on me, eventually, they, like I fucking start ignoring them, and then they just start beefing on each other, because they, you know, they'll podcast together and whatnot, then they'll disagree on something, and then it'll all be a fallout, and they didn't even do anything to destroy me.
They destroyed themselves.
And they still think they won. Like, what did you win? What exactly is YouTube draw? What do you win in the end? Do you win a fucking trophy? Do you win money? Do you win a prize? Do you win a blowjob, a pretty girl, a car? What the fuck do you win? What do you win? The confidence to go, yeah, I bullied someone. It's like, yeah, but he still makes fucking videos and, like, shits on you without even mentioning your name, and you get fucking triggered about it. So, like, are you even that fucking good? Are you even that, like...
Did you really make that much of a difference?
He literally doesn't talk about you for a fucking year, and then you show up in his comments, you know, reminding him that you live in his headspace, he lives in your headspace rent-free, and then you act like you're winning anything. It's mind-boggling. Yeah, no, it just as a loose example. You know, not that there's anything wrong with that. That's just as a loose example. Like, some people are kind of fucking insane, and, you know, maybe this is why we should bring back asylums.
I mean,
don't get me wrong. We should definitely have better quality asylums. I'm not saying bring back the asylums in the 1930s.
No.
Like, I'm saying let's really take a real look at fucking mental health, because
damn.
I mean, like, how often do you walk around downtown and you just get at you in your face, you know, from some fucking homeless tweaker and shit, or not even tweaker, fentanyl addicts, fent heads, whatever you want to call them. You know, like, and these people are, like, because when they're not on fent, they're fucking insane. And when they are, they're just, like, zombies drooping down to the ground. By the way, to all the Mexican people who are making videos, like, oh, pretend to be Americans when ICE shows up, and then you pretend to be fentanyl addicts on fentanyl, that's not helping your case. I'm just saying, That's not helping. That's not helping your case. Don't do that. Okay, just don't do that. That's not helping. I've seen that a few times, not a lot. I saw at least 3 videos, and it's like, no, you're not helping your case.
Yeah.
Like I don't support what ICE is doing, but that is gonna make people not like you a lot more. And for what? For internet clout? That's gonna, like, you're getting internet clout, but you're also making people angry against your own people, which is doing damage. So you're not doing anybody any fucking favors. And maybe you don't care. That's fine. Maybe the Santa Cruz Joker is a better fucking person than you. Because remember, canonically, the Joker fucking hates Nazis. They had to do it twice in 2 different comic books to really shove it in your fucking face. Like, people who think that the Joker would be some based Nazis. Oh my god, you are stupid. You are.
The Joker punches Nazis.
We punch Nazis. We punch Nazis like Indiana Jones, okay? Like, that's the thing. It's like the Joker will do a lot of fucked up shit. He'll even murder kids. But you know what? Some kids fucking deserve it. I saw that little bastard riding down the wrong way, trying to play chicken with cars. Well, he played chicken with the wrong car, didn't he? You've seen those fucking kids on electric bikes and shit doing that shit? Not cool. You're gonna hurt yourself. Not only are you gonna die, but then the person they're gonna live with that their entire life. You run someone over with a car, you don't just walk away from that, shaking that off. There's this guy. He's in, like, we're not supposed to tell people stories, but I don't even know his fucking name, and nobody even knows. It's in AA, and he killed someone while drunk driving, and that's why he's sober, obviously. Like, he served a little time, but he got lenient because it was an accident. But he doesn't laugh, he doesn't cry. He talks about how he barely feels. And this was 12 fucking years ago. 12 fucking years. Can you imagine? Can you fucking imagine? Like, that, the just the pain that you would fucking feel. Yeah, that's what I'm fucking talking about. It's like we are losing empathy in our world. And that is damaging. Like, the amount of people who walk around with Punisher logos who suck up to the police or are police. Dude, Punisher doesn't like the police. That's kind of the thing. Like,
Punisher is the Punisher.
The police allowed
failed.
the gang to thrive that killed his family. Like, that's in the comics. Like, I haven't read them in a while, but I'm pretty sure that, like, that's part of the plot, you know? It's like the police... That's so funny about comics, and even comic book movies. You never see the police being competent. You never see the military being competent. And you know what's so funny? If you suck up to the military and make them look competent in the police and stuff, you get a little government stipend for your movies, give you a little more money. Disney's like...
Yeah.
Do we look like you simple peasants, the United States government? I'm sorry, we are a kingdom. We don't need your money. Go away. You are competent. And
you're incompetent, and we are superheroes. We have to make you look worse so we can look
what
better.
pisses me off the most is where people are like, oh, there's all these billionaires and no Superman. It's like, well, first of all, Superman is a very fantastical idea, but you should be more pissed that there's no Batman. And people think that, like, what, a billionaire would risk his life and limb and life?
No, he would...
life and limb and life. Yeah, that's why I said that.
A billionaire would finance some idiot to do the job for him.
This is some good weed, let me tell you what.
Billionaire wouldn't risk his own life to do it, but he could finance to have some idiot do it for him. Then he can pay.
See, that's why nobody
people to
thinks
do it.
Bruce Wayne is Batman, because they all have that mentality. They'll even be like, "Oh man, only Bruce Wayne has that kind of money. Why can't Batman be more like Bruce Wayne? He doesn't go around fighting crime." They like literally almost put it together, but then don't. And it's super fucking funny. Oh man. People are like, well, how do people not notice that Superman isn't Clark Kent? He just puts on glasses, frumps his hair, and then slouches and loses like a foot and a half, and like really comes off as like, oh hey guys, oh like, and honestly, he's a pretty good actor. Like, his family's life is on the line. A lot of people's lives are on the line if somebody figures out that Clark Kent is Superman. He's gonna put his fucking all into it. Like, and also, it's a comic.
Yeah.
It's fantasy, man. It's like, how do lightsabers work? Who gives a shit? Star Wars is silly. Okay? Star Wars is just it's fucking silly. Alright, Salacious Crumb. That little thing that goes with Jabba the Hutt. That thing's called Salacious Crumb. You know in the first movie, you remember the
yeah.
That's called jizz. That music, because it's space jazz. I wanted to call it's space jazz, so I want to call it jizz. George, what? Never mind.
There's a word for jizz already. It's called jizz.
Well, not even that. It's really funny because they're because like, you know, they're like instead of jazz performers, they're jizz whalers. Star Wars is infinitely fucking silly, and the fact that people want it to be this serious drama really pisses me off. It's like, dude, that's why people complain like, oh, it's got that Disney comedy stuff like Marvel. It's like, dude, Star Wars has always had comedy. That's what R2 and 3PO were for. Han Solo was funny. Chewbacca was funny. Luke could be funny. Leia was pretty damn funny. Can somebody get this walking carpet out of my way? Like, all Chewie had to do was go, oh yeah, laugh it up, fuzzball. You know, like, it works. And that's why Jar Jar Binks sucks ass. Because they put all the comedy into one character, but then also try to have the other characters be funny, but like with no real direction. And here's why the guys in the original actually like questioned what the script was and what the dialogue was. By the time the prequels happened, everyone's like, oh my god, George Lucas is a god, don't question his script. So nobody went, hey George, nobody talks like this.
Yeah, it was...
There's a famous Mark Hamill interview where he talks about the dialogue and how it's just like, nobody talks like this, Mark. No, George, nobody talks like this, man, okay? Like,
Nobody talks this way. Nobody has ever talked this way. Well, people in this universe do. Why?
It's so stilted, so dry. And, like, give the sequels this, man, at least the dialogue doesn't feel like that. Like, don't get me wrong, they're still garbage movies. They're more garbage than the prequels. However, if you take the dialogue delivery of the sequel trilogy and put that into the prequels, you might actually have some good fucking movies. And what sucks is they're all good actors. Ewan McGregor, fucking Natalie Portman, fucking Liam Neeson, and even Hayden Christensen has done some good performances. But that was like his first real performance, and I think he was a little nervous. Let's be real here. Jake Lloyd has done good performances. The guy who plays Jar Jar has done good performances.
Like, I don't know what else he's been in offhand.
I've seen him in a few things. Like, he was a Jedi in the fucking Mandalorian, remember?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just don't remember anything else that he's been in offhand.
Me neither, but I do remember seeing him in a few things, and he's not... It's just, he got blacklisted, basically, because George was never questioned. It is so weird that there's now an entire generation who doesn't know about that drama. Like, 20-year-olds who just, like, wait, people really hated the prequels? It's like, oh yeah. Like, it's like how they don't know that, like, Harry Potter was, like, it was fucking huge, dude. Your mom was, like, you, 17-year-old listening to this right now, your mom stood in fucking line until midnight, until those fucking books came out. I was there.
It was raining.
She sucked my dick afterwards.
It was raining for days, 5 inches an hour, and they wanted those books.
It never rained when I went for them, but then again, you know, I think only the last...
It did in Oregon.
The last 2 books I got in Santa Cruz and the other ones I got, because they didn't start doing the midnight release until like the 3rd book. The 4th book.
We were on book 5.
I think it was book 4 when they started doing the midnight releases, because I remember the whole, like, you know, what? Well, I don't know, because, man, Harry Potter ruled the world for a fucking minute, dude.
Yeah.
It really did. And then J.K. Rowling had to go and fucking open her mouth on Twitter like a dumb bitch. Listen, I feel like what happened to her happened to Kanye and many other people who spend too much time on Twitter. They just go down this pipeline. Like, I just, you know, for somebody who makes social media content, besides looking at, like, thoughts on Instagram, I don't really care about social media. Sluts. Hoes.
Oh.
Jiggly booty. Big old titties.
Yeah.
Big slappy titties. We love those big slappy titties, don't we, people?
New stupid anagrams, right?
Right, yeah, I mean, that's just what it's there for, you know? It's just like, hey, it's the safer work version of your favorite porn star. And Instagram is just a joke. Like, I don't fucking take it seriously. And with YouTube, it's like, I mean, ugh, all of this is like falling apart, and I mean, eventually it's gonna break. Things are gonna change.
The world's gonna collapse.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm just talking about the algorithm and how information is. Eventually, this is all
Like,
gonna happen.
yeah, that's what I was talking about. The world's gonna collapse.
The world runs on the internet now.
Yeah.
It's really fucked up. Like, people are so dependent. And don't get me wrong, I don't like it when my internet goes out. I get bored too. I'm part of the fucking problem. I'm not
I
trying to...
remember a time before the internet.
Me too. It was very boring. Do you remember long car rides? You just imagine a little dude running along doing hardcore parkour over things like Sonic the Hedgehog. You know what's so weird? You thought nobody else did that. Then you grew up and you're like, oh, thanks to the internet, we know everybody. Imagine like mentioning that to your friend in middle school. He'd probably be like, no, I don't do that. And he secretly fucking does that. But it's like, we all fucking did that. It's so weird. Because none of us had a fucking Game Boy. And even if we did, it's like, you know, like 9 o'clock at night.
It took 4 AA batteries.
Or it's 9 o'clock.
Died in an hour.
It's 9 o'clock at night. You can't fucking see it. Yeah.
Oh, I had the light.
Yeah, you little bitch.
I've got the fucking brick.
You got a brick with the light on it and everything. The little green screen.
I've got the original brick.
Yeah, man.
That thing's worth some money.
Yeah, you guys still have that somewhere, don't you?
Yep.
I lost my fucking Game Boy Color. Man,
I've got 2 Game Boy Colors. I've got one of the
give me one.
clear ones. I've got one of the solids.
Give me a Game Boy Color.
The original brick.
What I would love is like a purple Game Boy Color to go with the whole Joker shit and everything.
I think I've got a purple clear one.
Oh.
I've got either.
How much you want for it? Oh man, was that a good hit or what? Well, I think that's good for this podcast. You know, it's a weird world we live in, and if you like hearing us be really stupid and ill-informed about things, make sure to like, share, subscribe, follow, donate to the Patreon. We got like exclusive videos over there of us watching like the shitty Star Wars stuff and making fun of it. Like,
yeah.
we also acknowledge it's shit, but, you know, a lot of Star Wars is just stupid, so let's all fucking be adults here. And we're going to have, like, so much stuff coming on this channel, Two Rude Dudes, the Santa Cruz Joker channel, all linked in the description below. And you can follow me on Instagram if you want to see that shit show. we're like, hey, man, a couple extra 100 followers, I'll get like 1,000. Look at that. Oh, watch out now. But, yeah, Drake ain't like you. Drake ain't even like me. Drake ain't like anyone except for the creepy, fucked up people in the world. You got anything you wanna say, D?
You don't fucking diddle kids, you bastards.
I couldn't have said it better myself. Thanks for watching.